Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back trackside at the next crossing, where we are live back in Dalton, one of my favorite spots. Historic, busy, CSX, Norfolk Southern, always something going on. Here at the crossing, you got Gaia, Gates, we got Likes, we got you, we got me, and we have Casey's birthday today. It is Labor Day weekend 2025. We're set up trackside right here underneath the light pole. Scanner's going. I got a couple more things to do. But welcome back. We started our day out in Chattanooga at TVRM. And now we made it down to Dalton. Did some shopping in between. And found some Labor Day sales. And now we're going to see if we can catch another train or two before dinner tonight. Everybody, thanks for being with Casey and I. We are live right now, right here. What happens right this second, you'll see in 3 to 6 seconds, maybe 8, just depending on the speed. It goes from me to the transmitter, through the air, to YouTube. They process, and then back to you, all in that amount of time. Wow. How cool is modern technology? So let's go ahead and get the rest of the stuff set up. And then I'll check the signals and we will go from there. So everybody, good to have you on board. Glad you're here today. Lex, have a good time. I'll have a monitor on in just a moment. It's possible we have a green over there in CSX. I'm not sure, but we'll find out here in a moment as soon as I get the binoculars. We got a couple adjustments to do because we are not on the bubble. As you all know, when you're using the tripod, if you're not on the bubble, you are not level. And that means at some point, you're going to have a crooked train. We don't want that. Here's a little artwork for you to study. I'll let you diagnose that. And you let me know what the riddle is. There's a skull and jaws there in the middle. Looks like maybe a softball with a hat on and a smile. And something plus you. But I'll let you work on that for a moment while I get the other scanner up and a couple things yet. And get my hat so Mrs. S, when she turns me on, doesn't yell at me. And right over there is the CSX signal tower, and we have a green. So our next train through Dalton, here at the Dalton CSX Yard, will be a CSX northbound train where I-96 went through here about 45 minutes ago. So let's kind of listen to the scanner, see what we have coming up next. Sounds like train 284 northbound. Going across the diamond over the Norfolk Southern track. There goes some Georgia Power coal cars headed north towards the bird cam. Back to our artwork there. There's the softball. There's the skeleton, or at least the structural part of the head, skull. And the plus, U-R, with a bunch of hearts. So, let y'all study that for a moment. I have a post to do, and then I'll be on with you. Here in Dalton, on the Atlanta North District line and the W&A subline. We are at Junction Point, Hare, or Middle Dalton, depending on which railroad you are talking about. right, everybody. We've got just about everything set up. Trying to stay out of the radiant sun here as it moves around a little bit. Not sure if you can see it, but right over there, we have an amber on CSX. So, signal tower right past junction point sign here there. There's your green sign for hair. And there is the CSX signal tower there to the right. And over on the right, all the way over, on the siding track, CSX siding track, are some cars that L808, the local that works down in this area, will be picking up at some point and moving around. Everybody, it's good to have you on. Ain't right. How are you feeling? A little echo there. Hello, Tony. Make sure y'all tell Casey happy birthday tomorrow when y'all are on the live. And in case you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, Catch of the Week. Every Sunday from, oh, it just went green, you guys. We're just on an angle where you might be able to see it. Like I said, the sun's a little bright, but we're just went from amber to highball green here in downtown Dalton, in front of the old freight depot, right over there. Right above it, the signal bridge for NS. Where obviously, since the diamond's there, it's all red. But not on the CSX tower. Hello, Mama Bear. Ain't right? Glad to hear you're feeling better. That is good news. Now we just got to get Robert to check in so we know how he's doing. Tony, good to see you, sir. The Tech Haven. Not sure what has you wound up about the foamers today, but please feel free to expand on that thought process. And yes, Tony, I am going to bring the cake when we have dinner over in Cowan, Tennessee, because, as you saw Tony type, 49 days until Railfan Day in Cowan, Tennessee. And we always have a good time. Our host is Brian, and I believe also co-sponsoring is Iron Horse Productions, or Iron Horse Rail Cams, and I think they're going to be cooking you up some burgers and hot dogs while we're there. Rail Monks will be bringing y'all some drinks. And if you come in the night before, you're a subscriber, we're going to go eat, aren't we, Tony? Also, we're going to do some live Saturday 2 weeks from, I think, today, Tony. I got to double check Brian's schedule, but I think we're going to go over and do some live broadcasts to promote the October 18th event. And then coming up on November 8th, down in Irondale, another Railfan event with Aiden as our host. So all kinds of fun stuff getting ready to go on. Glad you all are here today. We're just kind of bebopping around from point A to B, where, as I said, our next train will be a northbound CSX on the WNA sub, where, yes, the General went right through here back in 1863. How cool is that? All right, let's sit back, relax, let's have some Railfan fun, and let's listen for that next horn. And I'm not quite sure. Well, I fit okay. A special shout out to John down in Somerville, Georgia. Y'all met John. He hangs out with us when we go to Somerville, and he helps roll out the red carpet, and he helps get all the production rolling down there in Somerville when we chase the Somerville excursion down to the hospitality capital of Georgia, where Susan rolls out the red carpet. John greets you all from the cooey house up there on the porch, and we have a good time down there. John, good to see you today. I hope you're having a fantastic day. The Brick Crew 2013, good to see you as well. Everybody, y'all make sure you tell Casey and happy birthday. And don't forget, Catch of the Week. Anything y'all see that's train related that you've seen this week that's fun, cool, unusual, neat, or just plain old good old ordinary and fun. Send it in, railmoments.com. 5:30 tomorrow from the studio, Eastern Standard Time. We will go live prompt one day after Casey's birthday, and we will look at all the submissions. We picked 8. Top category, artistic. Favorite locomotive, favorite picture, and best graffiti shot. All right, we got some chatter on the scanner. Let's start listing for our next northbound CSX. Well, that didn't take long to listen. You called it. As he drops his speed, we've seen that one before, haven't we, everybody? Here comes the biggie. That makes you think about Wendy's, doesn't it? There's kids' sausages, and there is kids' Tylenol. That person went to the railroad track with just black and white paint. Chester. Rhymes with Chester. Oh, look at the guy there. Oh, he looks so sad. Here comes some great big giant canvas on these auto racks where our railroad artists love to paint. Zombie. Oh. Big old purple heart. NBA. Irene, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Craze. We've seen that before. K-R-A-Z-E. Now we need a Lucas. L-U-K-A-S. Empty auto racks passing here on the CSX W&A sub in downtown Dalton. Hey, check out the blue guy. Little mushroom village there on the side of that one. KAP 17. Here we go. Y'all seen that coming before. Different styles each time. Is that a WASP Wasp? Across the diamond, under the overpass, past the park, headed north. Here in Dalton, Georgia. CSX sighting cars over there. Be fun to see L808 come out. But at this point, we usually don't see him during the day. He usually comes on in the evening. If it's your first time, please make sure you subscribe. That way you get notifications when we go live from the next crossing. And speaking of crossings, here we are at this one. Our truck's kind of sitting out there in the middle of the road. I guess, okay, now we're gonna go. Oh, we wanted to go straight. Some incredible milkshakes right there, that red roof. For those of you rail fanning today trackside, sounds like the activity is picking up considerably from what it was this morning. We couldn't find a train this morning, but this afternoon sounds like there is one just about everywhere. So it's a great afternoon on this holiday, Labor Day weekend 2025, to get out, enjoy the just short of 90-degree temperatures, a light breeze, just a perfect day. I gotta move y'all just a tad. Get y'all out, excuse me there, for the little rumble. That's what happens when I pick you up, move you there as you settle back into the rocks. On this Saturday, the last Saturday.
Called M58430. If you would plan to set out your auto racks on the rear of your train, set them out at the track too, please. Someone's there to assist with helping you do it over.
Okay, it sounds like that was 584 that just went past us. It sounds like they're going to set off some of those auto racks. We do have a couple different scanners on, so some of it is duplicated. So let's listen to what the traffic is. 584 just went past us.
I will head you through number 2 track to cut off the auto on track 2 at Boise. Thanks. Thank you. Here's that route. Just plan to cut off the auto racks on track 2 at Boise. Thanks. Thank you. Here's that route. answering over. TV over. Okay, Norfolk, where you stand, no indication that.
And we have a message from Green Bean for those of you keeping track. Delaware and Hudson making his way north. And Green Bean says NS 287 has passed the Buy Tower down in Atlanta at 4 p.m. today. So those of you who want to see him, you better plan on an evening run or going south quick to catch him while there's still daylight. All right, Lucas got the picture. Now, is this something that's coming? Because that is a big guy, isn't it? Is that auto rack something that just went past? Or is that something that's coming that we're looking for? And then I'll share it with everybody. Or if you would, type it for everybody here so they're up to date on what you're talking about. But yeah, that is one great. Look at all that painting space the graffiti art people could have. Wow. That is a lot of metal canvas. Whew. Anybody trackside today? Everybody, it's good to see you this afternoon on this Labor Day holiday weekend of 2025. Thanks for being with us. We're just hanging out trackside in historic downtown Dalton at the old freight depot, listening for the next train to be going north. We do have dinner tonight, so we are going to be here until 5:55. Count them, 5, 5, and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we got to pack and go, get ready and head to downtown Chattanooga for dinner. So everybody,
travel could be
whoop, got a commercial to kill that.
Luckily, you rented your car on term.
We do have the bird cam up so we can listen to the scanner activity going on up in the Chattanooga area for both the Yard and NS, CSX, and all points in between. CSX dispatch calling I-96. I-196 29. Oh, somebody's getting a hotel. Trying to get you guys on the bubble there. On our tripod made by CAYER. Love this tripod. And Casey's been so happy. When I pan, there's no jitters. For those of you just jumping on, that is our puzzle of the day. Anybody want to guess at what the message is? We have a softball with a smile and a hat on is what I think it is. We have a skull with big teeth and a very, very pronounced jawbone. And we have a plus in a diamond. So that is your puzzle of the day. Anybody want to take a guess what all that means? Please do so while we're hanging out. And like I said, no idea what's next. We just went trackside. And we will be here, as I said, till 5:55. If you guys have been out this week, make sure before 5:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, send your catch of the week submissions in. You can send more than one. And we will look at them all tomorrow. And then Casey and I will pick 8. They'll get put out on a short where thousands of people will see your picture on the Rail Moments site on the short that Casey will make. If you do send videos in, please, no music on your video submissions. As you saw what happened a couple weeks ago, it jams up the transmission. So, any videos up to 30 seconds, please remember, no music. Thanks. There's the crossing that we're at. Siding closest to us, then the Atlanta North District line in the middle, and then CSX, W and A sub, and then a CSX siding line over on the far side. John told us once before there used to be some more here, but they pulled those up over on the far side. So that's what we have left here in Dalton, where you are standing within 90% of the world's carpet being made here within 25 miles of us. Is that not just amazing? Hear the birds on the bird cam. Not sure what kind of bird, but he is a talkative fella. And we're going to be here another 14 minutes, y'all. At 5:55, we got to head back north to get ready. And then take Mrs. S out to dinner downtown for Casey's birthday. If Casey's listening, I hope that wasn't a surprise and I blew it. Although I wasn't told it was a surprise, but just in case, mum's the word, y'all. ACE. Excess height. All full of new cars. Here comes some refrigeration. Here comes our mid-DPU. Followed by some Thai cars. '42, '61, and AC-44 C6M. Look at those old gondola cars. Look at the little happy guy there. Cool. AVON. Somebody was tall that painted this one. Dino! brings up the end of that train. Well, Lucas, thank you for the reminder there on the time. Our last catch of the day here at the crossing in Dalton just went southbound on the Atlanta North District. What a great catch. So everybody, Don't forget, send Casey birthday wishes. Tell him tomorrow. We'll probably see you in the morning somewhere trackside. Get those submissions in for Catch of the Week. Make sure you tell the one you love how much you love them. Give somebody in your family a hug. Share some family time. And it's a holiday weekend. Have some fun. Go do whatever it is you like to do. Favorite movie, favorite lake, favorite boat, shopping trip, whatever it is. Everybody have a fantastic Labor Day 2025. And yes, we will see you tomorrow. And as Lucas said, and as Tony said, when we see you tomorrow, it will be at the next crossing. Thanks everybody for being on from Casey and I.